Well, hello. Hey, howdy. I'm Ken, local Fox. If it's your first time here, I'm a very low energy streamer thanks to a little thing called sleep disorders. Uh, I focus on mostly RPGs with mostly first plays, though do play other things on stream and will play old favorites on stream when I can. Today, we're continuing our playtest campaign of my TTRPG, Furry Babes in High Orbit, with my friends Deimos, Zane, and Zira. This is session number 5. We will give a short recap before we begin. I do apologize, as the nature of running a tabletop RPG does mean I won't largely be able to talk with chat very much. Thank you for understanding, and thank you for joining us today. Starting from the top of the alphabetical order of characters, if Zane, if you would introduce yourself.
Characters. I see. I'm getting the boom treatment. Hi, I'm Zane Zandel. I play the medical officer Alula, and she's a surfer bunny girl who's in space, but also will put your wounds together.
All right. Zira.
Hello, I am Zira. I play Kari, who is security and will protect you from all the bad guys and creatures that want to eat your innards.
That's the hope. Deimos.
I mean, I try really hard.
Deimos, local Australian. I'm playing Perul, a pile of piratical trauma in the shape of a goat, who is slowly getting used to the idea of not only having other people around, but not wanting to shoot them on principle.
Pretty good. Pretty good to get used to.
It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, but if it gets her off this planet, she might even be willing to give up her gun. Please don't ask her to give up her gun.
The Sophie's Choice situation.
Trees, by the way, still on the list of things wanted to be destroyed.
Could be worse. All right. Would anyone like to give a recap of any kind?
Well, what did happen? Let's see. So, not this one, but the one before, we found a Starfarer ship, and then we were asked to go collect all of our crew together, and on the way back, we found
fun guys.
We found some fun guys. They may have done a little bit of mind meldy stuff, and everyone who was in the network was all the same. And a couple of those somebodies were, Frigga survivors. And we suspect they'll need, years of therapy now.
At the very least.
And that's when we learned that the storm was coming.
No, we learned that from Adam.
Did we?
Yes.
Yeah, Adam told us. But we took them with us and went back to the camp and was like, by the way, are you aware a storm is coming? And they're like, yeah, we're a little aware considering it's right there.
Are capable of looking up.
And there were
the storm
squirrels
is
there,
bad.
too.
There were there were squirrels.
There were squirrels.
Some of them were larger than others.
Some of the squirrels liked us.
One of the squirrels did not. And that was a problem for us.
Naturally.
We didn't mean to abduct them.
We didn't. We left them all behind, carefully, gently, and we ran away. It was the appropriate response.
We definitely left them all behind. There's none of them still hiding in our bags or...
Everybody looks at Alula.
What? I don't... What bags?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Do you think it's on the hoverboard? I'm just...
This is what we find out.
Just a repurposed tarp to carry a squirrel.
So this is when we find out that there was a xenobiologist stranded on the planet somewhere, and they encountered another group of these squirrel things and managed to get some with them.
Takes us through space.
So after the group arrived at the camp and informed everybody about the storm, which they already knew about, everyone bunkered down for 2 days to wait out the storm. There was
Nothing bad happened at all, except the wall
There was
caved
some
in
trauma, and
on us.
there was some additional bonding from trauma.
Trauma bonding, physical
I
trauma.
think this,
That
I
last
think
one
this
was a bit
is.
odd.
I think we can call this trauma prop planet. Like, it seems nothing good happens on this planet. Like, everything is awful forever.
The caretakers of this planet are just like, please don't call it the trauma planet.
Or do,
Or
if
maybe
it
they-
keeps people
So
away.
it's less full of trauma.
I'm gonna say if it keeps people away, maybe they want us to call it that. Considering Adam is the equivalent of an old man saying "stay off my yard."
I'm not sure that's quite accurate.
Adam has been very helpful and polite.
In getting us off it, well, and I'm going to consider him to be very helpful and polite if he gets us off this planet.
Look, it's more of a gentle shove than a get off my lawn. It's just kind of like, you're not supposed to be here,
Leave.
but we're not gonna, kill
I'll
you.
point out that Adam
You
is
said-
basically a park ranger.
I would also point out that we're hoping that gentle shove will get us into orbit, so
Gentle may not be the word for it.
After hunkering down for a couple days and waiting out the storm, the group packed up and headed back towards Adam, along with the rest of their camp, as Adam had agreed to help them to get off the planet onto a ship that is viable and back to their own people.
Yeah.
I also think I got screamed at again.
Yes, you did on the way
Yes.
back before we actually got there. You also sent a wonderful red alert stress call. Like, fantastic job.
Yes, the warden, the other artificial officer on this planet, showed up when the group was about to be assaulted by a pack of quill wolves and scared the quill wolves off. But before
Thanks.
that, Alula sent a distress call, or more a distressed call.
Very distressed. We
also managed to get in touch with the the camp has managed to get in touch with the Frigga and heard that there may be crabs.
lots
Be crabs.
of crabs.
There may be crabs, lots of crabs. But we haven't seen it. I don't think they've seen any pirates yet.
No, by the way,
Yeah.
the countdown signal on the ship is down to
Oh, yes.
2 days.
Oh, right. We also found out there was a countdown signal, which I'm sure is fine.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
But we did stop right before we got to show all the engineers the wonderful, wonderful spacefarer tech they could not stay and look into.
So yes, when we left off last time, the acting captain of the stranded crew, along with Alula, Kari, Perul, and Hestia and Ren, were just entering the Starfarer vessel one more time to speak with Adam. And that's where we'll pick up.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay.
The same pristine walls and clean air of the Starfarer ship greet you as the acting captain, a raccoon, I believe was determined, steps forward towards, well, where you're leading her towards Adam. So, I'm to meet this Adam, was it?
Yeah, that was its name.
This is a Starfarer ship, yes? I've never
That's what they
seen,
tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anything like it. Hestia is in mute, rapt agreement. Ren is shaking her head.
Like, no.
I'm sure.
I seem to specifically remember we cordoned off the rest of the engineers.
Yes. The rest of
Yeah.
the crew was not allowed to enter.
They're crying in a pile somewhere.
We can hear their whimpers from here.
They're gonna need therapy for several years at least.
See previous comments, read Trauma Planet. Trauma comes in many flavors.
It's true. Trauma by denial. Trial by trauma. So
That's what we went through.
the group is heading forward and is now in the... Sorry, 1 second. Where did I put that note? Okay, I'm going to need that. Good note to have. The group is now in the presence of the projector from which Adam had originally shown up. He's still there. You do not know whether or not he had powered down or if he had remained online since you found him. It's reasonable to assume that he had just stayed online, because it did not seem that he was supposed to go offline, if that makes sense.
Did I go in last time, or was I hovering outside?
You were close enough to see. I believe you were like at the very entrance to the room with Adam.
I think it was like one part we didn't want to leave you outside, and one part that you didn't want to be left outside alone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just in case the ship, took off.
Yeah. Hello, I am Adam, Chief Artificial... Oh, you have returned. Am I to understand that this is the commanding officer? The commanding officer, nods and introduces herself. I'm not even going to give her a name, because I can't think of one off the top of my head. I really should have given her a name beforehand. This is an oversight for me, because this never happens.
You got infected by the Okmaros brain, where I come up with characters' names and nobody asks.
I could just say it's Cubic, because I believe she was the...
I mean...
It's Cubic.
Let's face it, it's Cubic.
Yes, I am Cubic. I am in command of the crew here. I am told that you have a means for us to get off-world and back to our ship. Correct. I have located a vessel which would suit your needs perfectly. I do have to give fair warning, however. It is not unoccupied.
Great.
Oh yay! Is it occupied by SES?
It is not.
Smiley face.
And Kari knew the answer to that, but she felt it needed to be asked anyways.
I am sending the location to your data pads now. You hear a notification noise on your data slates.
Bing.
Data pads have also been updated to version...
No, he would not.
You will find locations on your data slate. He is calling them data pads. That is not the term that you use, but that is what he is saying.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend haste. Your time here is limited. The global storm network has not dispersed.
So more storms?
Are you calling? Is it a natural phenomena?
Correct.
Okay.
Although there just seemed to be interference from the recent constant disruptions of the atmosphere.
Oh.
Okay, well, I think we'll probably go then.
That would be wise.
I hate storms.
For
If we
what
leave
is
the
worth,
planet, we won't have to deal with them.
For what it is worth, it has been pleasant to meet you.
It was
Thanks.
agreeable and good to meet you too. Thank you for your help.
Kubik is just kind of standing back and looking at you all talk. Yes, we'll do that. Thank you.
Oh, right, that's your job.
It is. Kari is a little bit anxious to leave and keeps talking.
A little bit anxious to leave, and B, we don't want to make Ken just talk to himself all day. So.
Sorry, we haven't been in the presence of a command officer for a little while now, and we kind of...
She chuckles to herself. It's understandable. We're all a little stressed, but let's be going.
A little,
Absolutely.
she says.
It is less difficult to get Hestia out this time than it was the first. You feel that she braced herself for this.
Mentally
She was
prepared.
prepared to leave this time.
She does linger at the exit hall, looking back before joining you.
Kari will give her like a light pat on the shoulder, like, unfortunate, but we really want to leave.
If there was time that we did not have to leave, I would have loved to stay, but I would not have stayed here otherwise.
That's understandable.
Cubic gets the rest of the camp gathered together, brings up the data slate and checks the coordinates, and sets the group's destination. You'll be heading north and to the west for a good half of a day, which is saying a lot on the vehicle that you are using.
It's a good vehicle.
Maybe there was a
It's a vehicle.
perfect.
No, it's a good vehicle. This is what Kari believes, so that hopefully it will make the entire trip.
What was that, Pearl?
But Pearl just sort of going, there was a ship that could have gotten me off this planet within like 2 days of my heart.
To be fair, it might not have been there all the whole time, and also it's occupied, Pearl.
Hestia.
It may shock you to learn that deoccupying ships is somewhat of a specialty of mine.
Alone?
Hestia
If I have to.
speaks up. For what it's worth, I don't think the ship is actually operable at the moment. I think that I think Adam intends to make it operable once we arrive.
Oh, that's very kind of him. We go.
Well, I don't know how that's gonna work, but I could practically see the engineers salivating from here.
Let's go before someone decides to do something weird with that weird-looking thing in there, and
Rude. The actual travel time is not... Well, it doesn't... let's just say it's probably the most calm travel you've had since you've arrived. You are not being hunted.
Yeah, there are so many of us. We are not a viable target for
That's
most
true.
of the life.
There are still lots of security officers watching, just in case, but...
Yes, Kari is one of them.
Do hear a distant foghorn.
I assume this information has been shared with any other groups that have.
Oh yes,
like we've got communication with. So
there might have been some stragglers, but there's no time to wait for any more.
No.
I'm sure nobody is getting left behind. Nobody at all.
I mean,
certainly there can't be another grove somewhere with more of those funguses that currently have hostages.
Hostages. Interesting.
It's just the first word that came to my mind.
Wow. Hive-mindest. So, it doesn't take terribly long after the half day's travel to see what you assume is the ship that you're being sent to find. It is very large. You say about the size of a city block. Circular, with segmented lines. You would say it looks almost like a shell placed on its side.
Turtle.
More of a snail shell.
Snail turtle.
It sounds sort of like a classic UFO.
Snurtle.
Snurtle.
Have I ever
You have not seen
invited myself onto one of these before?
No, you have not seen this. However, anyone with a relative chance of knowing any history at all can give me an intellect.
I mean, it might have come up at school.
It's not impossible that it would have. It's not impossible any of you would know this, just it's not something that would be immediate, you know?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Where's my percentile?
Oh, hey.
Somebody is aware of what it is.
Well, somebody happened to get a good look at historical ship schematics at some point. This is a Ceph ship.
Oh, that explains the sea theme.
And
That's Alula's actual reaction, is just sort of a
the metal is silver with a purplish tint to it. And not just because of the atmosphere or the surrounding plant life, it is slightly purplish. There are plants growing on it, but you can see that there's no rust or wear, at least from this distance. So it seems that vines and such have grown up around the sides of it.
Can we see anything about those occupants we were warned about?
It's fairly quiet from here. Again, the ship is about the size of a city block, so it's...
We're a ways away.
Yeah.
that's
a ship that's gonna get us off this planet.
It's Seth.
It's a ship that's gonna get us off this planet.
It's Seth, but that is
Please.
ancient.
Hopefully it's not occupied by Seth.
But then what?
The vehicle pulls up close to a stop. Well, close without being dangerously close. And the crew disembarks from the vehicle. There is an entrance, a very large, wide, wedge-shaped entrance in the side. Again, the image of a snail shell comes to mind with the shape of it.
Mm-hmm.
More than large enough for the vehicle to just drive straight in.
Yeah, but we're not that dumb.
Disembarks along with the rest of the crew. We don't have a lot of time. This is going to be an all hands on deck situation.
Oh, thank God. I thought for sure you were going to ask us to go in there with just the three of us.
I don't think we're that good, Alula.
Me neither. I don't know why they keep asking.
Hestia has her data slate and scanner out from this distance, just kind of scanning the area. And speaking of which,
That's a good point, Hestia. I don't know if I could do like a general life form scan.
Yes, you could.
I'll do a general life form scan.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I could have swore there was a specific die for...
Well, what? Okay, so on my screen that was a 0.5.
It was also a 0.5 on my screen.
That's a 0.5. I'm counting that as a 0.5 because that was very clearly a 0.5.
This 85 is looking suspiciously like a critical success all of a sudden.
Right? So...
Fantasy grounds, why are you like this?
It's 2 zeros on top of each other.
5, you say?
Yes, there are life forms inside that ship. There are a lot of life forms inside that ship.
Oh, no.
Most of them are larger than humanoid.
Great.
Fantastic.
And since that was a critical, you will say that the shape of them looks familiar.
These say squirrels.
Big bushy tails and everything.
They are
I would
larger
go
than
with-
humanoids, so are you sure you want the squirrels?
I don't want
I'm just assuming that's what they are.
staff who are gonna be pissy at us either, though. At least the squirrels are just animals.
Hestia is frowning. A contingent of security is moving up. We're going to move through the ship, and we're going to clear it out. We don't have any other options.
Great.
Excellent. Is Kari with the contingent of security, or is Kari
Kari
with a
is with the
different contingent?
contingent of you guys.
Ah, I see.
We are our own.
Why break up a group that has proven to be successful? I'm not going to say efficient.
Look, I want to
I have a
argue.
few.
I want to argue, but on the other hand, I don't think I could leave these two in the hands of anyone else. I have already learned how to handle them. Maybe.
You've learned how to aim us at least.
That what truly matters.
I mean, at least we could find another squad if things go really badly.
There will always
Yes.
there will be squads in shouting distance if you need it, but we will need to take a direct hand.
All right.
As we go through the ship, we will split off into groups to take individual rooms and keep moving.
Kari has her vibroblade out.
A good call.
Blue was just watching the vibroblade, and on her left, a massive sniper rifle.
Are Ren and Hestia staying with us?
Yes.
Okay. I figured. I just wanted to clarify.
Hestia's commanding officer, or not command, her engineer friend is going to be staying relatively with you, but she is a non-combatant, so...
That reminds me, I don't know if I asked, how's Hestia looking? She got a little bit...
She's
Radiant.
looking a lot better. A lot of the time that you were spent in the camp was spent with her engineering friend, and their engineering friend was helping her recover.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, what are the odds you can work whatever engineering magic you have and get into the systems of that thing?
Hestia gives a... one more. Actually, there's a specific thing for this. She is unsure. She's looking hard at the ship itself and shakes her head. I have never worked with Ceph technology. Most
I have a
haven't.
skill with a very similar name.
Yes.
That works, right?
Thank you. Yes, that would be lovely. But yeah, she seems unsure if she'll be able to do anything with the actual systems itself. The crew is beginning to move into the ship. The ship is unpowered.
Till it stops moving.
What's that?
If we can't control it, we shoot it till it stops moving.
That's reasonable.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Kari says, holding her knife.
Aluma has a very, at this point, practiced neutral expression.
It is pitch black inside. If there's nothing else to be said about this, it's very clear that there is no damage to the outer hull, at least none that is poking through. The ship itself seems very sturdy. You can't help but feel something's missing. What you do know about the Ceph is that they are aquatic beings, so you would assume there should be water in this ship.
It was wide open.
Yeah.
Well, was. Alula turns on a personal light.
Hestia as well takes out her scanner and turns the lighting function on.
I thought it was the scanner, but I forgot.
Yes.
So I'm just like, I know I have some sort of light source.
Yeah, it's
Does
like
my multi-tool have a light source?
Yes. I would say tools like that would have at least some light source. The scanners themselves were meant to function also as a flashlight. They're about the size of a pen light, but they're like one of those stupid high lumen flashlights.
Yeah, the kind that they
Yeah,
turn at your face and you're blinded for a few seconds.
Maybe not quite
you
that
can
bad, but
all
still.
go along.
Yeah.
You can all go along and illuminate yourselves and make targets yourselves with those. I'll stay in the back and shoot whatever you
Lula turns off the light.
But it is also true that Perul's sniper scope is
Illuminated?
no.
No?
Night
Oh,
vision.
Night
dark
vision,
vision
yeah.
thing?
Infrared, that's the one.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure will work fine against these creatures that definitely have warm-blooded.
Well, thankfully they do.
Excellent.
Do my scout oculars have anything like that?
Are they advanced or are they just
Just the scout oculars.
those are probably just
Binoculars.
zooms, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can build like a scanner into them, but I don't think those specifically have them.
They have like brief, stuff, but not something you would want to try and walk around wearing, maybe. Like, not great for moving with just like, oh yeah, I can see a heat signature ahead.
Yeah, okay.
But
Pretty
anyway,
much.
how are we for heat signatures ahead?
There's nothing in the hallways just ahead of you, but you are beginning to hear sounds from further into the ship. Scraping, growling, barking.
Hmm.
The crew has come to a junction, and Cubic has asked you to take the first junction to the left while the crew continues on.
Excellent.
Or no,
We
to the
follow
right,
orders.
actually, yeah. But yes, she will send you down one junction. She's sending another group down the other junction. The bulk of the crew will continue moving forward. Some of the other officers will remain behind in case there's aid that needs to be rendered.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Yay.
It's
Fortunately, this ship does
Split up.
not have the framework above, the half-destroyed framework above that I can get into the.
It's true. There's no framework at all. Luckily, you have not seen any security measures.
Well, the ship was unpowered, you said, so
That's
that's.
true.
I don't know if not seeing security measures makes me comfortable.
Right. Oh, look, a map.
Hello, map.
Hello.
Is that a door?
So the south is where you were coming from. To the left and right are doors, and the hallway continues ahead. It's still quite dark. Are you actually not illuminating anything at the moment?
Kari will have her tiny light out if he needs it still.
Okay. I will need perception rolls.
Is that for all of us or just for?
I think Kari probably nails the perception roll.
Brew?
Oh yeah, I do, for real. Haha.
Yeah, you're hearing growling and you are seeing movement in the hallways up ahead. You're hearing growling and seeing movement in the hallways up ahead.
Okay, sure.
Kari will whisper to anyone who did not notice themselves. And it's not happy sounding.
Alula, you
You
spot
hear
you spot a pair of krill wolves. For 1 second. Just bring that down. Okay. Yeah, you know what? With that roll, I'd say you more than have seen what's going on here. There are quibbles there.
You two get into the alcoves and get ready to get them when they come through.
One moment.
I assume
dogs,
Rule's
bad
talking
dogs.
to Ren and Kari.
There
Yep.
you go.
Ren does, in fact, have a gun.
No, she doesn't.
Well, she has a little gun.
Let's make it a
those-
competition.
Alula, with that
Okay, those
check,
are not alcoves. Those are open.
with that check, you hear other quill wolves in the rooms to the right and left as well.
2 ahead, 1 to each side.
Well, they heard that. So we're going to need initiatives now.
Good. That was just 1d10, right?
1d10 plus your, let's see, plus your initiative modifier.
Let me go find that. Over here.
Gonna put me in the mood to play FTL again. Fast.
Yes. There's one thing Kari is fast.
Bum, 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 bum.
Automatically get added, and I cannot manually enter it.
You said that
Yeah,
there were
better.
doors to the left and right?
The doorways that you're standing next to.
Yes.
Wonder if I can.
Yes.
Nope, I don't think I can apply it
All
myself.
right, what were your...
Nope.
1 second, I need to apply those. Perul was an 8. Kari was a 16. I think Kari is probably going to go first.
Maybe.
And let's see. Oh, right, I need to roll for Alula and Ren.
Roll for Hestia and Ren.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Alula's a 10, but
A 10 butt.
And Bun.
10 buns.
Bud.
All right.
Alula's a 10, but she has a career in medicine and very high prospects for career. Actually, what are we? How is she single again?
She mainly the people who she ends up attracting. I think it is.
Oh,
She attracted Kari. That's like the best person to attract.
Kari's a 10, but
Our speed is the half of the.
We'll go with a quarter
Kari's
of that. We're going to
quarter?
adjust that at this
Oh.
point.
Fair enough. It will be 20 then, instead of 40. Alright. Cannot make it to that wolf anymore then. Kari is... remind me of what I can do on a turn. Like, I know I can attack if there's things close enough, but there's not.
Move, attack, or I mean, there's no prescribed specific things you could do per se in some of this.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, there are wolves in range.
Kari doesn't have a gun.
There's a wolf to your right.
Sorry.
But if are the hex 5 feet?
The hex is 1. You count that as 1 movement
Oh,
square.
okay. It's
So you have
been
20
a
squares.
while.
Yes. That's fair.
All
Every
right, so
every hex
with-
is a meter.
By 10 is.
All right. Then
That's
Kari will move up.
Yep.
And attempt to remove this danger
generally speaking, that's a good idea.
with the vibroblade. I'll just... Oh no, I failed.
71. Wait, what's your attack score?
Why? This, according, like, skills is 60. Anything else?
Yep, that is 60. Yep,
Yeah.
that is not a hit.
Really?
Yeah. The dice on Fantasy Grounds loves me.
No, I'm just fascinated at the fact that Perul is better with a knife than you are.
Rude.
You gonna let that stand?
Rude. What kind of knife does Perul carry around?
Okay, so shut up.
Sorry, yeah. That's
So
all I
good?
can do, I'm pretty sure.
All right, Hestia moves up. Let's see, her speed is... 1 second. Find her speed at...
To be fair, Kari has
Yeah,
a better
I think-
martial arts hard form, but that's not very useful to something whose body will hurt you.
You know what? Hestia moves up as well.
Good, I'm not alone.
She runs in with her fist back. She's very clearly going to punch it.
Oh, yay!
All right.
Kari has the thought of, oh no.
No.
Has Hestia ever actually encountered the quills of a quill wolf?
You asked that now.
Yeah.
Okay, so while Hestia is running, one of the floors boards underneath heals a little bit, and she slips and tumbles directly into the quill wolf, rolling over its back.
Ow.
There is a visible, like, wince from Kari.
That is... Alright, that is 40 damage right away to poor Hestia.
Oh no.
Okay.
Does Panacea work on
You asked this
towels?
last time.
Oh no.
Well, I don't remember the answer.
I think the answer was no.
I think
Luck.
I will... Okay, I will apply the damage as a status effect, I think. Yeah, that would probably be the way to do it. Okay. Ren is looking back and forth. She ducks here, sees the wolf on the left, and takes a shot.
You did better than we did.
Yeah, I don't know. That roll is not a great introduction.
Since you have stats now, which means you can bleed.
All right, that is a success.
Yay.
However, the wolf does attempt to dodge.
Are we able to roll from our character sheets or no?
Mostly no.
Okay.
You can roll initiative from your sheet, but that's
Yeah,
about it.
that's the only one I saw a dice to grab on. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure because you're assigning these roles somehow, and I was curious if it was just because of their NPC status.
Yeah, because of NPCs, the way you can write the rolls in, I can do it more manually.
Yeah.
Okay, that is an agility roll. That is not a dodge, and because it tried to dodge, it's eaten up its next turn. The Quill Wolf takes... Oh, wait, okay, I forgot to adjust something. Hestia did not take 40 damage. Hestia took 10 damage.
Oh yeah, the kinetic. Haha. Kari still has the wrong thing on. Yay.
I'm going to say that you had time to adjust. It was a day of travel, and especially heading here, I'm going to... He didn't say it was, like, bots inside this ship, so if you want to adjust it to kinetic, now is the time.
Yes, I did in my character sheet. I don't know if where's the
That's not what you
not both.
Hang on. I think we just discussed what I was just thinking about. Are we talking about flipping the damage type of our...
Yes.
Yes.
So they are flippable. I did remember that correctly.
Yes.
It
We just
takes
have
like a
to
day
do
to
it.
do, or you just have to have the time to do it with.
Yeah.
Okay, that's flipped on that. And Quill Wolf number 1 took the damage.
I have a big vest.
Watch that that damage one there, because it apparently has a duration of 1,
I don't know why it.
which means it'll automatically vanish at the Histia's next turn.
1 second, I still gotta. I'm still. Look at that. 50. So it took 45 damage, and it is now also bleeding. Bleed of 2. Okay. All right, now where was Hestia's? Wait, where are you seeing the turn?
They have a little like in square brackets D1.
And 1. Next to the damage. Yeah.
They. Yeah, I've already. That's not there on the
Yeah, don't worry about
actual. Yeah, it's not on the actual tracker, so it's not going to run off. All right, Ren has taken a pretty decent shot. There's a bleeding wolf in the next room.
Yay, Red.
A little
The room with the others. We don't want to get surrounded.
Huh? But they're all ahead.
Yeah, and they'll be coming this way pretty soon.
She moves. But she is going to decidedly move away. You said a quarter, and I just moved 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just moved 4. What is my speed? I don't even know. 65 divided by 4 is on amount 15 something?
16.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 16.
She's just gonna stay back here and load sedatives into her injector.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Practice medicine.
Okay. Well, this cool wolf tried to dodge last round, and it did not succeed in doing so. It is bleeding for 2 points of damage every round, so it takes an additional 2 points of damage. And okay, the quill wolf, with Hestia making her fantastic spin over top of the wolf's backside, it leaves Kari as the direct person in front of it.
I don't want it to hurt Hestia either.
And it is taking a swing at Ren. Not Ren. Excuse me. Yeah. The usual caveat of how tired I am here.
Indeed.
That is a success, unless you, well, you're in melee, so you get a free chance to either parry or counterattack. You could dodge as well, but you probably...
I don't want to eat up my next turn.
Yeah.
I would like to... Will parrying prevent it from hurting Hestia?
Well, it's attacking you. It's attacking Kari.
Oh, good. Fair enough. Parrying is to reduce damage, and counterattack is to do damage to them if they... I assume they hit
Let
me.
me just double check the rules real quick.
Yeah, I was trying to find it, but I'm slow at books.
There's... Let's see. It's in System Mechanics Chapter 1, but it's also on notes on the side. There should be... explanation.
I'm gonna step away for a couple minutes.
Oh, all right. So, okay. A parry is no damage if you do it right. A counterattack is you sacrifice your dodge roll to make an attack instead at the same time.
Oh, parry.
Okay. So to roll a parry, you'll roll your, let's see. Rolling agility score underneath the attacker's roll.
Okay. Take that.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Well, it swipes, you kind of hook one of the claws with your vibroblade and just turn it aside.
Does it remove the claw?
Yeah.
Need more.
Quill Wolf at the top of the hallway. Okay. Well, that's enough movement speed. Let's get down to Ren. And it is swinging on Ren. All right. Ren is caught off guard. She does not attempt to dodge. And takes the hit, which is...
Oh.
Okay. Claws. Alright, so Ren takes 10 damage. Being that she is also wearing a vest. Okay.
I suddenly have a cat in my lap.
Good.
Jeez.
Carol.
Need more frontline on this assault team. The Perul is going to take a shot over Ren at the Wolf 4.
4? Alright. Okay. Alright, Quill Wolf 4. That is... Alright. It's going to try to dodge. The Quill Wolf 4 explodes into a bloody pulp.
Aha!
I came back to something fun.
For us.
Pearl is repeating her introduction scene.
Like this time she, hit.
Yeah, it turns out that sniper rifle is really, really good.
When it hits.
Unfortunately, it is also now useless for the next 3 turns.
If I remember rightly, you upgraded it to reduce the number of turns between with your gear points.
I don't remember that at all, but if that's an option I can do, then yeah.
I mean, you have written down as interval 1, which is what that would mean.
Haha. Upgrades are good.
So I'm going to assume that's what you
Sure.
did?
I don't remember doing it, but I'm gonna assume it happened, so yep, nice. Yeah, in that case, she's going to make a rather satisfied smirk and then take aim at the somewhat closer one on Ren, but that's obviously not this turn.
Alright. Kari.
Cool. Let's try again, shall we?
Yeah?
That was just practice. This time for real. Hey!
Was that enough?
Yes.
Okay.
Not by a lot, but it was.
Alright. The Quill Wolf is attempting to parry. Very unsuccessfully. How much is the weapon damage on that vibro knife?
67 with 15 bleed.
Alright, I forgot about that bleed. Okay.
Brings the attack with its paw, and loses its paw.
It does try to parry the attack. Kari goes straight through the paw and straight through its face.
Right?
1
That
second.
would be the end of my turn,
would,
unless it dies properly, and then I would move. But
1 second. So,
Sorry.
Okay. Cool Wolf 2. I gotta check how much health. Said
I jumped
67.
the gun. Yeah, 67.
It's you through the paw, through the face. It is gone. It
Okay,
slumps
well,
to the
then I would've
ground the
moved.
moment after.
Over here. But that would still be the end of my turn. I can't attack again.
Hestia looks herself over and winces before moving in. A little less,
Enthusiastically this
yes,
time.
but takes another swing at the Quill Wolf 3. Much better.
Haha.
The Quill Wolf attempts to parry. It's going to get a task 2 penalty because it is being attacked from behind. But nope, that is not enough because it does not overcome the martial arts roll. Alright, that is... How much damage was that? It's, alright. Oh. Right, okay. You hear a vicious bone crack as the spine of the Quill Wolf is just crushed.
Go
My
ahead.
medical
Go.
opinion. Ouch.
You've never seen a PAL unit breathe in and out slowly, but
It looks like, Gonna note that down.
another Quill Wolf is coming out of the corridor ahead.
much to its regret.
Soon.
Gonna sniff at its vaporized friend there.
Yeah, that's exactly. How did you know? Just going to adjust that for the introduction. A much larger Quill Wolf is poking its head around the corner.
Oh no, they come in big.
Not for long.
Kari does not appreciate having this knowledge.
Ren nods at the other two before taking aim and firing once more at the other Quill Wolf in the room. Successfully. Quill Wolf once again attempts to dodge. Unsuccessfully. And it's down.
Yay. Go Ren.
History dealing with bullets.
Yeah. All right, Alula.
Alula, why is everyone looking to the right all of a sudden? Peeks her head out, steps back. Ah. Okay.
You'll get it eventually. I believe in you.
So the shift puzzle.
Clutching her med injector very tightly and just going, okay.
Yeah, apparently these things come in large. Yeah.
Actually encountered a Lorge before.
Yes, although I mean, encountered might be a strong word for it.
I assume you saw it and ran it the other way.
You would have definitely seen them out, just not. Yeah.
Yeah, I have backup and I have a clear shot. So, oh boy, big target at least.
Why do you say that?
I'm gonna burn a luck on that.
Okay. All right.
We would like the gun to not break.
All right. The Quill
Been
Wolf.
fixed. It doesn't break
seeing
anymore, but
the Quill Wolf, seeing it coming, has a little bit of cover. So, well, you know what? It really can't dodge with the burned luck. So, yeah, that's just damage. All right. All right, damage. What was the damage capacity on the rifle again? It was 90, wasn't it?
90 with 5 bleed.
5 bleed. Okay. It takes the shot in the shoulder and growls before locking eyes on Peril.
You guys better be ready to deal with this when it comes through.
Kari could go up there.
Do not leave me.
Kari doesn't really want to go up there. Kari doesn't have a gun.
Just get ready to stab it when it charges.
Yeah, Kari is preparing to stab something that charges. I don't know about prepared actions in the system.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
Kari is not running forward.
Yeah, no, that's
toward
reasonable.
that thing.
When it comes in range, you'll take an attack. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hestia is going to do the same from the other side.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this wolf charges at Hestia.
Rude.
Now, since Hestia had stopped to prepare an action, she's going to be able to take a swing as it comes in. So we'll do that first.
Yeah.
All right. Since it's in melee, it's going to attempt to parry. It does not. As it comes swinging in, Hestia pulls back her arm into a haymaker, which crumples the neck of the Quill Wolf, which goes spinning to the side, and it's down.
Woo! Go Hestia.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
The large
turn.
wolf has bounded down the corridor.
I did not hit.
You did not hit. You did not.
Why do the dice hate me?
I mean,
Feel like the dice are about to hate me more than.
all right. You may make a counter, or you may make a parry, or a dodge. I'd imagine you want the parry or the counter.
I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna. I'm gonna. How beat up does it look? Like it got shot. Is it still
ragged?
steady on its feet?
No,
It's
it is.
rocking?
It's pretty ragged.
I'm gonna try to counterattack this time.
Okay. So before we do the counter, how much is the? Okay, it is. Your reduction is 50. Is that correct?
Yeah, I have the beefy on. I have the beefy vest.
So you take. You take 7 damage.
Owie. And there's a
And
task
you take
something to this.
bleed of 6.
Ugh. Terrible. Hate that. I'm gonna need you to patch that up in a second, Alula.
Yeah.
All right. Do I need to do anything to modify?
Okay.
My attempt
make an
to hit
attack with your bonus. So basically, this means you get a minus 15 to the roll. So counterattacks are more effective because the opponent is not focusing on defending themselves. So you have a better chance to actually hit.
Okay. I have adjusted minus 15.
With the drawback
No, wait.
that you are getting hit yourself, basically.
Yes. Okay. Oh, look!
Yeah,
Ha!
that'll do it.
That will
As it bites down on your arm, you're shoving your arm forward through its neck. It holds.
Hey,
it holds the bite, and then slumps next to you. Its bite is still held on your arm, but it is down.
Okay.
Combat's over.
Get that off her. Get that off her.
Hestia grabs it from the barrel underneath and starts to pull. Oh yeah, no problem. It hurts because it has not dislodged its unlocked its jaw, but it is off.
Ow.
Get over here right now.
Here you go. Look, my arm is both slimy and bloody.
Hestia tosses it to the other room.
Gonna put away the med injector. As funny as it would be to sedate Kari.
You would not enjoy that.
You don't
in the
know.
long term. I do whatever I need to do to clean my knife and then put it up while then hold out my hand for
Turn the vibration setting to maximum and it just shakes off anything on it.
pretty much.
I'm taking out my med kit, telling Kari to hold still.
I can do that.
Stop.
Kari says,
Put it
holding
away.
her arm still and tapping her foot.
And does a first aid check.
Would you like to burn a luck for that first aid?
I don't know. Kari? No, yeah, I will. Was my current luck restored?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of which, any equipment you might have used, like your med injector, all of that would have been restored or recovered as well during your last stay at the camp.
Was
Gotcha. Is that
our
a reroll
luck,
for me?
everyone's luck restored?
Yes, everyone's luck was restored when you rested at the camp.
Okay.
No, that is just you use the luck to use it basically.
Indeed.
You restore you restore 10% of your skill rank per use, 1 per use per hour. So what's your let's see, you're using
75.
first aid 75.
Yeah.
You restore 7 points of damage.
Hey, that's exactly what I had.
Yeah, and with that you also remove the bleed.
Heck
Or
yeah.
rather, you will wrap up and bandage the bleed.
That's the important thing.
Happening. The rule sort of comes up and slaps Hestia on the back. Oh, you got a pitch on you. They use someone like you on our raids.
What do you mean by that?
I think we should move on.
Hestia's back is still full of quills, by the way.
Oh no! Can we remove those first before we move on, actually?
Ren is also hurt. They both have 10 damage. If you could
right.
give more checks on those.
Alula, continue.
It's okay. I was just doing triage because you were actively bleeding.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
I got a lot of
We'll
blood to
do
give.
Ren. This one's for Ren.
Oh, no!
Are you burning another luck?
No.
Alright. You'll have to wait an hour before you can try again on Ren.
You can't possibly feel bad about this. This just looks like standard grade incompetence.
Ren,
Let's remove those quills as
you can at least,
destructively as possible.
yeah, you can give me a first aid on the quills. It won't actually restore health, but
What?
59.
Right. Yes, that's good. That's within the parameters, but also
I'll
why they're
allow
rolled
that.
separately.
Yeah, I'll allow it. As you're
This is
doing
why
so, Ren also takes a moment to, you know what? With Ren's help, I'm going to say you can do a little bit of repair if you roll your intellect.
I'm an intellectual.
Oh, well. All right, yeah. Those two rolls together. You can restore 7 points of Hestia's damage. That brings her down to 3 damage.
Might have to.
While they're working on that, gonna have a look through these, quick browse over these rooms. Anything worth looting?
Well, the place you're standing in is a pit to the floor below.
Don't put there. Don't stand there.
Yeah, you probably don't want to stand there.
Kari is keeping an eye out toward the other end of the hall for any more things coming this way.
All right. Give me a what would we roll for this? I'd say give me an intellect roll. You can't make heads or tails of this shit. It is weird. It is weird in a way that most tech you have seen never is. You
And
don't know who.
she's not that good with that tech.
Yeah, you don't know who this was designed for, but it certainly doesn't seem right.
There's this one little brief moment where I think, I can't remember. What do they call the mugbait?
Oh, Ruhi?
Yeah. Man, Ruhi would probably, and then...
Suddenly angry.
Peril stalks back out. So, we moving?
No offense, Hestia, but as often as you're getting hurt, I really need to get on that cybernetics training. I'm sure there's some overlap there, right?
After Perul walks away from the giant crate, it tilts and falls into the hole.
Yeah.
Ooh.
With a massive slam at the bottom.
Peru, what'd you do?
The lights in the room turn on. The entire hallway. Every room that you're in currently. Behind
Peru,
you,
what'd you do?
behind you, a pink curtain of energy blocks the door. Hestia moves back towards the door real quick.
Pearl, what did you do?
At this point, Kari is just sort of like aghast, mouth open, hands in front of her, palms up, like, what happened? You were in there for 10 minutes.
The pits, likewise, have that same curtain of energy, acting as what looks like a temporary flooring.
I mean, that's all
I
well
know
and
how
good,
to do
but
anything.
Kari is concerned.
Hestia experimentally presses on the pink curtain of energy, which doesn't give, but does not seem to cause any sort of damage.
Why would you?
It requires testing.
You don't have to use your hand for that.
You wanted to use yours.
We have tools. We are a society.
Hestia's golden eyes flash. I do have built-in scanning equipment, you know.
It's still attached to you.
And it is still attached to her.
Someone else is attached to Hestia, it seems.
What?
Alula, I'm saying.
Only one who has.
I think Alula is getting attached.
That's true.
She stops and turns back to you. I will keep that under advisement. The way is blocked. I think I might be able to get the power flow interrupted, but it would probably bear looking around here first.
Yeah, we should probably try and finish what we were sent down here to do.
There are
No, yeah,
others.
that's great. Just
What's that?
separated from the others again. You know, it just keeps happening.
Okay, we're good at this.
Are we?
We are getting good at this. We have no
Did
choice.
we turn on the whole ship, or is it just this area?
The looking outside the curtain of energy, the area is still black.
I love that we there. Peru.
The area outside of these rooms is completely pitch black still. So it would seem only this section was lit up.
See the captain.
Hestia stops for a moment and grabs a piece of debris off the ground and slams the debris into the energy field. There is no sound when it makes contact. I don't believe they will be able to hear us if we call.
Cool.
Excellent.
Great.
We had like communication stuff, didn't we? Is that stuff working through the field?
No.
Great.
Cool.
So, Garn, I got one shot left in this clip if you want me to give it a go, but...
No, I don't think we want to experience what might happen if it sends the bullet back this way.
Yeah, Pearl's eyes go wide, like, I had not considered that.
Hestia turns from the doorway and walks towards you. Shall we investigate further before we attempt any more on this door?
I think that we should, yes. Because if we attempt to get through and it still ends up being blocked, we won't be able to finish looking through this area later. And we were supposed to clear it out.
That sounds reasonable to me. Ren is waiting for directions as well.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so we are going to move on, I believe, to the next junction.
Moving ahead. All right. Go ahead.
And peeking around corners. Vibroblade back out again.
Ren follows. Hestia sticks with Alula.
Alula is currently holding her med injector like a gun.
Yeah.
Does it make you feel better?
So the next room over. Oh, as you get to the end of the corridor, you can see that there is another pit just before the wall. And in the other room, there's an indentation in the floor with a pair of panels next to the indentation. And then in the center of the indentation is a circular platform with glowing lights coming off of the platform.
What about to the left?
Which spot? I think this one's for you.
Hestia moves forward. To the left. To the left is what looks like more cargo. It is difficult to discern exactly what the use of these items are, but you can investigate closer if you like.
I was just making sure there's no more wolves in there.
There are no more that you can see.
Cool.
Which doesn't rule out invisible wolves. Hestia moves forward to the device. And... oh, okay. Hestia runs her hand over one of the consoles. This looks like a communication device. Ship to ship. She points at the circular depression. Like our ships, this would appear to be a hologram emitter for speaking to other crew. Why it is in the middle of a cargo bay, or what seems to be a cargo bay, I could not say.
Can we use it to contact Adam or the other crew members?
She turns her head for a moment. I can try.
2 weak thumbs up.
Ari gives a stronger thumbs up from behind Alula's shoulder. Sounds like a plan.
This is a bare minimum task 4. So she's going to have a plus 20 applied to this check.
Great.
Oof.
After some fidgeting, the lights in the bottom of the depression begin to spin up before the solid image of Adam appears. Get the fuck out of here.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Kill the bot.
Sorry about that. Just taking care of some trash. sorry, go ahead.
Ball has been fired.
I'm sorry, what was that when I deleted that? I didn't hear what everyone said.
We congratulated you on getting rid of the terrible thing.
I mean,
I
before
don't know
that.
what we're talking about. I was talking. I just said yes, you did it.
Okay.
Oh, that's the trash you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. How appropriate that an AI is being contacted as I delete a bot. Adam's image turns a little bit towards Hestia. Ah, hello. I see you are contacting me from the ship I sent you to find. How may I render assistance? Hestia looks towards Alula and back towards the AI.
And he shut off the door.
I have no access to this ship from this location. I have dispatched the warden to aid you in rendering the ship useful, but he is not there yet. He had some duties to attend.
Oh yeah, we heard him on the way.
Supersonic speed. How far away was the warden?
As far away as he wanted to be.
A planet away?
There's no telling how loud that foghorn is.
Well,
Cool.
Let's get
Great.
this.
No
Checking
worries.
at the force field over the pit over here.
Yep.
We'll go back to plan A. Hestia will short it out and we'll hopefully get out. It will be all right.
Very well. If you do need anything, I am happy to assist. Hestia.
can you get us in contact with the other members of the crew?
Hestia turns and nods, and after waving goodbye, she doesn't know if that actually transmits the other way, but she lets the transmission with Adam drop, and then keys in some more buttons on the control panel, and the image of Cubic begins to appear. Whoa, hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
Where are you? What's happening? What is this?
We're still in the sector you sent us in to clear out. Be aware that you can activate singular sectors and get locked away from the rest of the ship.
She looks a moment at her, what looks like a data slate in her hand, and keys in some buttons on her data slate. Okay. I've alerted those that were traveling with you. There will be some engineers and security near your location. They will see if they can take care of it from their end. What's happening exactly?
I appreciate.
Did you encounter any hostiles?
Dogs. Bad
Yes,
dogs.
The quilled wolf creatures, including one specimen that was, about twice as large as the others.
She frowns. Understood.
Yeah, that was my reaction too.
Thank you. We'll get you out of there. Perul,
Thanks.
that floor feels, you would say it feels even more solid than the metal gratings. You're not sure how to feel about that.
At this point, once the captain said Cubic said bye, Kari will half turn to see Perul. Oh, they're gonna try to deactivate that soon, Perul. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's basically just starting by poking it and then just testing a little bit of weight and then slowly moving out onto it.
Yeah.
It feels weird.
It does feel weird. It doesn't feel like anything. It just, there's no warmth to it. There's no pressure. It's just an obstruction.
Damn Minecraft barrier blocks.
Hestia
See
moves
through
away.
it.
Yes, it is barely transparent, but it is slightly transparent. You can see the actual floor beneath you. Looks like another cargo.
To be trying to peer down through it and see if she can find any other teams going through below.
You don't see any, but what you do see is what seems to be like a refuse pit that the Quill Wolves had been using to toss discarded pieces of things.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
So
this
we
one?
just sit
This
tight,
is where
huh?
Rule was before everything turned on.
Yes.
Is it this?
Go ahead.
Is it the same thing if I squint through this floor?
Yes. It looks like for the most part these are all beneath you were used as just a giant refuse pit.
Holes in the floor, are they like damaged by the look of things, or looks like something intended to
They look damaged.
Okay.
Hestia suggests that, or Hestia turns back to Alula. I can try working at the door again. I think I have some idea of how this power flow works.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just... Shrugs. Starts idly scanning stuff.
It may take some time.
I mean,
Well, we might be in the safest part of the ship right now, as far as I can tell.
Hestia begins moving towards the doorway. After the power clipped on in this area of the ship, you do notice that there are, in fact, monitors on the walls leading into the both in the hallway and in the individual rooms.
What are the odds? If I didn't know Ancient Featherin, what are the odds that I know Ancient Seth?
I would say probably a lot less likely. However, the monitors, although they clearly do have power, seem to be blank. There's just a single flashing dot on the upper left corner.
What does it mean?
Hestia begins to... It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while.
I assume these are touchscreen monitors.
You don't know. You going to touch it?
There's a flashing dot in the corner. Kari pokes it.
It does not respond.
Oh, good. And him ruin things.
Get it. Give it again.
While Hestia is working at the door, Alula, you have another shot at using first aid.
On Ren.
Hooray. Oh, I did the thing again.
62. That is
You should
still...
make a macro.
I think I did, actually. Because I was annoyed with this very thing. But yeah, 62. That is a success unless there's some...
No, there's no penalty on this. All right. Ren is patched up and thanks you.
Of course.
I like to think that you walked by Ren at some point and saw the job you did the first time was like, I can't. No, Ren, come here. I need to fix this.
They're all relatively minor wounds somehow, and we will see them healing.
It's because we're good at this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all right. While Hessia is working, is anyone else doing anything?
I mean, boredly looking around. If any of these, like, what seem to be boxes will
the
open,
one that fell down.
open.
What about the one that fell down?
He was now staring down at the, giant box that fell down, trying to see if it broke open and there's anything.
It does look like the end of it smashed, and now there are small cylinders spilled across the room down below. It's difficult. It is difficult to tell exactly what they were. Hestia keeps working at the door.
A little lost at the what she should do right now. She's sort of scanning the boxes.
Does this one seem to have an opening side? Like,
They don't seem to have opening sides so much as they seem like they were just taken apart on arrival. At least that's what you'd have to guess. They seem like solid boxes otherwise.
can I see seams?
No.
Damn.
Lily, you scanning it? Could you give a scanning roll already?
I did not.
Okay.
Here, is this the button? It is. Doesn't look good.
It is difficult to make through the surface of the box with your scanner.
Place takes a whole lot of the fun out of looting a ship, I have to say.
That was
Maybe I'm just out of practice.
Aren't we taking the whole ship?
Mm-hmm.
You can't get much more looting the ship than looting the ship itself.
I like the way you think. We'll make a pirate out of you yet.
Please don't.
No. Peru, we're not doing the pirate thing anymore. You're no longer a pirate. Move on.
It's stealing.
We are borrowing to save our lives. Also,
so we're giving it back to the Ceph, are we? After we're done.
No, probably not.
stealing.
But they're not using it anymore.
We're not stealing and we're not borrowing. We're salvaging.
There we go. That was the word I was looking for.
That's Ren, by the way.
All gives that consideration. Sure, let's go with that.
There is a clicking noise and a thoom sound as the curtain around the entryway shudders and disappears.
Freedom.
The
Pits.
the lights and the curtain of energy on the pits is still in place elsewhere.
Oh, look at that.
I think
that's useful.
I think I've disrupted the power flow.
Good job. I assume we leave this section.
Yeah. Are we ready to go?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's anything in here we can really do. We cleared it out. We didn't see any more of those wolves. We didn't see anything else that was alive or moving. Did we?
No.
Hangs on that big one to make a new knife out of, but she can get better knives, so.
That's true.
Are standard communications back?
Yes. In fact, as the curtain of energy in the hall dissipated, you see engineering working on the other side of the door, and your data slates all chirp with like 20, 30 missed messages.
Oh, look at that. Where are you? What's going on? Why can't you communicate?
Yeah.
Be warned that the sections may end up closing you off from everybody else. Oh, look, there's that warning we gave her.
Pretty much. All right, we no longer need the battle map.
Whee.
Now, you have been reunited with the crew outside of the hall, or outside in the hall.
This section is clear.
That's good to know. The captain, or she's not a captain. She's not a captain at all. She's the acting captain. Is nearing the center of the ship, and she would like you to join her.
Excellent.
You were stuck in that room for about 2 hours, by the way.
Ari is a little eager to be going. That was a small space to be trapped.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was quite that long. Perul's sort of like, if we end up trapped in here and we can't get out and we get off the planet, I'm still trapped in this room. I'm kidding. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
About an hour or two, and Kari would have started vibrating through the hole.
Probably. Look, I
All
was
right.
this close to using my vibroblade on that crate, but I was like, but I don't trust the Seth to not have like bioweapons. And I don't need to be
Yeah.
releasing any of that shit on my friends.
Kari has encountered Ceph technology before.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, you know the one.
Yeah, I know the one. Another reason not to be using a vibroblade on a container.
Okay.
Okay, let's go meet up with her because we're just super special awesome.
That's what you get for being a main character. We're good at this.
I mean, that's what you get for being effective.
How dare.
We go,
All I've done is keep these two from falling apart.
and we appreciate that greatly.
Speaking
You also
of
kept
which,
two others falling apart.
Not a great effort beyond worthy of song and praise.
I think I've maybe patched up Ren once or twice, and Hestia I can only do so much for.
I will say with first aid and Hestia's assistance, you will be able to perform the equivalent of a first aid. Generally
Yay.
speaking, yeah. The first time was a little bit beyond that sort of thing.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Radiation will do that.
I will say you did spend the rest of the time getting both Hestia and Ren patched up while they were working. So they were fully...
to be fair, when being partially melted is usually a little bit beyond first aid when it happens to, fleshy people as well.
This is true.
Yeah, but at least I know how to do something about that.
Unless you have a stapler on hand, it's not as... Right, so you're moving on towards meeting back with Cubic.
We move on towards the center of the ship.
The acting captain.
So the
required
ship
our
itself
presence.
seems to be constructed in a spiraling pattern. There are rooms in a moving circular spiral towards the center. And towards the center, you can assume, is where the command bridge is at.
Yeah.
As you
Plus by signs of more fighting with the wolves along the way.
Yeah, there is a crew that is, or there's a contingent of officers who have started gathering the quill wolves that have been put down and into piles and taking them back outside.
They couldn't meet.
It is true that the ship is very massive. There are several very large and very empty rooms all over the ship. Some don't seem to be carrying anything at all, which might seem strange, but you're unsure if that is because there was furniture that has rotted away or what.
It's a Seth ship. An old Seth ship. I don't think we get to understand anything of the architecture.
Not right away, no. So the crew has moved out of the out into the corridor and is moving towards the center. They see Cubic standing for a large door with the same pink energy field that you've had been trapped with previously. She turns to you as you approach. Oh, good to see you got out of there. I'm glad to see you got out of there. So she gestures towards the door. This was here when we got here.
Oh, good. It's similar to the thing that trapped us in that section.
Is there anything you could do about this? How did you deactivate the energy field?
I looked at Hestia.
Yeah, everyone's starting to Hestia.
Just like gesture at Hestia with like jazz hands.
Hestia shrugs and I'll take a look. And begins to move in to look. So, the ship was absolutely infested with quill wolves. Thankfully, they were more officers than there were quill wolves, but there are a lot of officers who have been hurt. She looks to Alula. Would, you mind stepping away with our medical teams for a bit?
Yeah, sure thing.
One of the empty rooms has been sectioned off for a makeshift medical clinic, and inside are several medical officers going about helping the wounded.
Let's do triage.
Oh. As soon as you start the triage, there's a blip and a click noise, and the energy field around the door comes down.
Ari is immediately like, heck yeah, Hestia is the best.
Right, wounded. No distract.
If, Alula, if you want to just give me a general medical first aid roll. Okay. Yeah, there's a fair amount of wounded, but most of them are not nearly as badly wounded as, say, Hestia was. Or Ren, for that matter. It's mostly minor scrapes. Most came in with armor enough to take care of it.
You know what? If the worst injury I see today is what happened to Ren, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I mean, Hestia was worse off, but yeah. Oh.
There's no bias there. There was
No bias at all. There is one
fleshy things. Fleshy things. I guess Pal are fleshy things, but like,
yeah,
flesh and bloody things. It's a little more distressing to look at. Let's just say.
I mean, pals do have blood. It's white blood, but it's blood, basically. It is also pretty distressing. There is.
I understand that mentally, but the visceral reaction of red blood.
Yeah. There is one patient who is severely wounded. Just one. Most of the rest seem to have gotten away. There's a security officer who seems to have been chewed up pretty badly. And most of the medical officers in the area are working on her specifically. If you want to aid in that, go ahead and give me another roll. Most of the rest is fine. They want to set broken bones and such before they try Panacea.
I got you, fam.
It doesn't
I
take
Killing
terribly long.
NPCs.
I
Sure.
have to possibly take a doggo out.
Okay. All right. If you want to go ahead and we'll go for a BRB.
Yes.
Okay. We're
I will
going
be
to be
right
right back. Maybe 10, 15 minutes or so.
They don't get to see my super intense medical drama.
Huh? Zero?
Okay.
Hello?
Is he already gone?
I guess so. All right, swapping to BRB. Okay, and we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
I am, as always, Benoy.
It's true. Is everybody else?
Me? I should be.
That question has some layers I'd like to address.
I mean, I don't currently have a fungi in my head making me everybody else, but yes, I am me. Demos, can you speak?
Does it stop working?
We heard you.
Yeah, you were silent there for a bit, so.
Because I was definitely talking.
Oh.
None was coming through.
Yeah, we weren't getting it. That's why it was, yeah. All right. The patients seem to be mostly taken care of. Alula did her magic in the medical bay as best she could in the time she had. Especially after hearing
science.
What's that?
Sweet, sweet magical science.
It's true.
Imagining like there's all of these like trained trauma, like war medics who've do that, and you're just this side basic doctor who's everyone's suddenly looking to fix everything. It's like, why?
I mean, to be fair, if I remember correctly, Alula is also trained as a triage in the danger.
I know, but like,
Yeah, now.
I'm talking.
Okay, so she was training to be a trauma surgeon, so
Well, I mean, that was a different sort of trauma. So Alula did her best while trying to distract herself from the fact that the door opened pretty much immediately after she got started. So the door is open.
It sure is.
Full, gun ready through this. This area looks powered, and she's had enough experience with automated defenses at this point.
As the door opened, a small wave of stagnant water spilled out of the room inside. It is foul, the stench coming from this room.
Like dead bodies foul?
Yes. But also, who knows how long of water standing stagnant.
True. The ship is
Did any of that
very
get into the med bay?
No, but you would have heard the splash. Ugh.
Do not let any of that get in here.
How are we supposed to stop it?
I don't know. Just don't let it happen.
Why don't you stab it? That'll fix it.
Inside the
Yeah,
room,
Kari, why don't you stab it?
Don't tempt me.
Ren is shaking her head and moving towards the door to get an
Kari
eye.
will join her. Look in.
Inside is a room filled with grime. There's slime on the walls. Bacterial colonies, you could assume. A singular platform near the center of the room, standing upright. And skeletal remains. Very
Inside of power armor.
well, yeah. Very, very rusted and damaged looking power armor. Hestia steps forward into the room. Well, if we want some indication of how long this has been here, we might need to get our medical officer back.
We might. Alula, are you done fixing them yet?
Do y'all have this? Y'all have this, right? Yeah. Okay.
You're fine to step away.
What is it?
Well, now you two smell the stench, and you now see the corpses in power armor.
And Kari just sort of gestures.
I can't fix that.
Would you
Can you tell us how long they've been like that?
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I'll give them a little scan.
Looking out here.
Okay, let's see.
For what it's worth, by the way, the smell clearly bothers Alula, but not as much as you suppose it should.
I mean, for understandable reasons, really.
It's just kind of like, yeah, whatever. I work in medicine. Bad smells.
All right. Well, you have scanning and you have diagnosis both, so that is going to be a synergy bonus. Add a minus 10% bonus to your roll, and then pick one of them to roll.
It doesn't really matter, so I'll go with scanning.
Yeah, that's why.
Hey,
Yeah.
that looks good.
Yeah. These, honestly, look to be around 400 years old. They're in
400.
They're in awful shape, but not as decomposed as one would imagine for 400 years.
I mean, I think it's been 400 years. I don't know. It's Ceph biology. They don't exactly train us that way.
It's true. But the rest
They're
of the
horrible.
ship... That's true. Notably, there were no other corpses in any other parts of the ship, so you could assume that they were probably cleaned out right after crashing, probably, by the local life.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they were trapped in this room for as long as they remained alive.
Which is...
With a rifle.
What's that?
Pearl moving in and poking somewhat at the power armor with her rifle.
So there's more give to the power armor than you would suspect. And you're unsure if that is how it was designed or if it's just how because of how old it is. It also squishes unpleasantly. You think you may have dislodged a gas pocket because, oof.
Rule, maybe don't poke the dead things today.
Cubic is in the room with her hand covering her nose. We should get this cleaned out.
Yeah, we definitely have to move these bodies. They are well, let's just say they're a hygiene hazard. Let's put it that way, you know?
I
Yeah.
think they're also in the way.
So
Do we have any cleaning?
cleaning. Not specifically, but she brings in some people with rolls of tarp. We can at least cover them and get them moved. We should probably keep one or two to study when we get back, I guess.
I vote we keep them in a different room.
That was the... That was the idea.
Definitely don't leave them here. This looks like some sort of command center.
Ugh.
Holes. I don't know. Who has a strong stomach?
Hestia steps forward.
You don't have a stomach.
Can you turn off your scent sensors?
She nods. I did the moment the door opened.
Ah, clever. That's... Yeah.
If only. Oh, all right.
As Kari is sort of like talking nasally because she's got one hand over her
You
nostrils.
had a rebreather?
I did.
Well, Alula. If there's any time to use it, now is probably a good idea.
I have an environmentally sealed helmet. Can I activate that?
Yes. So the Enviro helmets are standard standard issue.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually meant for void work, but they would probably do in a pinch here.
Yeah. Kari goes, all right, seal. Does it smell better?
Yeah. You
There we
suspect
go.
some may have got in the filters
When I sealed it.
before you sealed it, but
Yeah.
still better than it was.
Yeah.
I've seen
Ren-
lots of people doing that, I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah, most of them are. Oh, Ren is offering to show Parul how to put on the helmet.
Please. Perul has no experience with these.
Field training.
Right. Those.
I mean, Alula was quicker with it. It's honestly, it's because Alula put that on that everyone else remembered.
Uh-huh. It is.
It's
That
like,
means everyone has a strong stomach. All right, she's going to direct everyone in a way to move the bodies that's not going to horrifically cause these things to fall apart because they are in a bad advanced state of decomposition that's really nasty.
that's fair.
I mean, they're all in power armor, aren't they? So it's more being able to lift and move the power armor than anything else.
Well, that, and you probably don't want to like break them open in the power armor because then they'll also stay in place.
I'm just glad that they're not at risk of exploding.
Let's give a luck check.
Oh, for us characters who have been using luck.
Yup.
No, my luck is a 3
That's a
base.
no.
Nope. Ooh, Parul.
Perul be lucky. I think that's the first time she's ever rolled well on a luck check.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Light at the end of the tunnel is
Oh, did mine
really
not
inspiring her. What's that, Zoo?
Oh, did mine not? Apparently mine didn't register.
Oh.
Nope, it was still an 8. That's exactly what I rolled before.
I do like the idea that like everyone else is like really trying to let's be careful with these things and do this. Perril's just like, I'm just gonna move them as fast as possible, and I don't really care what happens to them inside there. And apparently that's the correct thing to do. She just manages to
Peril
get.
is getting them out quick. Her wiry frame is moving quicker than you've seen it do so in a while. Which is saying something.
But I'm assuming, like, given the size of the power armor, like, it is multiple people working on each
it's
one at any
absolutely.
given time.
Meanwhile, the one that Alula and Kari are helping to carry, so the power armor cracks, kind of like an egg, which is appropriate because a very yolk-like substance is beginning to leak onto their boots from the power armor.
I assume we can't really smell it strongly still because of our helmets, but
Well, you felt the pressure,
yeah.
and it is
Alula.
slippery now beneath you.
Just looks super disgruntled. It's like
Kari is
med school all over.
around.
Oh, you got a juicy one.
So, okay.
Kari just
That was not actually a luck check. This was a different kind of check. Not a
low is
bad
still
one.
good, right?
Yes, yeah, low is good. It only took you about an hour to get all of these bodies moved.
How many of them were like?
There
Are these all
weren't-
Seth, and how many of them?
The only remains that you found were Seth. You don't know whether that's because there were only Seth allowed in the command room, or if there were just no Seth at all, or only Seth rather. Well, either way, it was you want to say maybe about a dozen individuals in the command room. So it only took about an hour to get them all moved in their power armor to another place.
Mostly in their power armor. Some of them now on people's boots.
True.
Mm,
And then after you
Now on your armor.
after they were moved, more crew came in. Some civics came in with equipment to scrub.
Power simulator.
Kari will be borrowing a rag that has to exist somewhere to wipe off her boots.
Just spray me
At
with
the
the
very
fucking
least.
hose.
What was that?
Just
Just spray me with the fucking hose.
the power wash. Yeah.
Yeah, no, if that's an option, Kari probably go with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't offer, to be honest.
Yeah, get it off.
This doesn't seem like an appropriate time for a wet t-shirts contest.
It's
I don't
never
know,
not
covered in
appropriate.
gross. Seems like a good time to get wet to me.
You're joining the SES.
Oh, this
It's-
is the worst propaganda poster. Dancing in this shower in this room that's just decaying with corpses.
Bunch of power armor corpse juice bombs.
I hated every word of that.
Right?
So apparently we're supposed to see the honk thingy,
The warden? Is that what it was called?
The warden,
the scream
honk.
machine.
the scream honker.
It seems fond of you, Alula. Maybe you should go to the opening to greet it.
It's just different. She actually starts walking towards.
I was joking. Mostly.
Oh, that plus 55.
111.
Yeah, that plus is not supposed to be there.
So once more, we have a perception roll that was one higher than the.
No, there's no. It wasn't. It's just. It went wrong. Is all. That 55 is not supposed to be there at all.
Okay. We're all gonna be wandering around and poking things and like seeing if there's any looking for traps or things until someone gets angry at her and says, gives her a scrubbing brush and
To be honest,
Let's-
I
at her
think
extremely pointedly.
I don't know. To be honest, having somebody looking around to make sure there's no hazards is probably not a bad idea. To be
Yeah.
fair, you don't find any, but it still wasn't a bad idea, especially in a.
Better to look and not find any than.
Yep.
Then not look and
So-
find some later.
The group is still in the command center, the command room. There is a whoosh of air.
And the warden is also in the command room.
Yes, actually.
The
Yeah.
door was not big enough to admit
How'd
that
you
thing.
It is
It's
there.
not screaming at me.
It is not screaming.
Oh,
but it is
good,
there.
because that would be extremely bad inside an enclosed space.
It stands at the entrance of the room, regarding all of you for a moment, before slowly floating over towards the standing
Oh, it can
pillar.
do slowly.
Well, it can't really look down. It doesn't have like a separate head or anything. The whole body kind of tilts a little bit and begins to rearrange a
design.
little bit as the central ring begins to grow outward, or rather expand. The central crystal in the center of that ring begins to spin.
Sorry, takes 5 a step back.
Yeah.
There's a ka-chunk, not vroom noise throughout the entire ship as the lights begin to come on in each section.
Oh, look at that. Power.
Yay.
Well done.
You know what? No, yay. Actually.
Yeah.
It begins to pull back from this from the section, and then turns towards Hestia. Hestia,
Lula, cover show your ears.
Hestia looks around, then up at the warden, and there's something unspoken as her eyes widen, and the warden turns and is gone.
I hope no one gets in its way on its way out.
Hestia looks
Wham.
at the platform. I know how to fly the ship.
I know Kung Fu.
Excellent. Did it tell you anything else?
It said to keep communications open.
I see.
Is there any more of those comm hubs in the control room?
Yes. It is
Neat.
just in front of the central pillar. Which
Is it covered in gunk?
it was.
Not no more.
But all of you were on that, so it was possibly the worst part to clean because it was like a central depression, so the water just formed a pool that remained that had to be manually removed.
Wonderful. Wait, that's not my job.
That's not suffering you had to endure.
Hestia moves over towards the control panel and places her hands on both sides of it before pressing into it, which her hands flow into the metal.
Okay.
As in the panel itself is supposed to do this. She's not
Yeah.
she's not melting.
Yeah, no, I assume, but Kari is still like, huh.
Okay.
So do we need, we should keep comms open, yeah.
Yeah. Do we have?
Because we need to.
Good at comms.
We really need to hail any SES ship we decide to fly towards immediately.
Yes. Yes. we do not need to be shot out of space.
The central platform begins to spin up as the image of Adam appears once more.
Hi. Adam.
1 second, I had to check this. Hello. Thank you for the work you've done here to restore the ship. We will have you underway shortly. As thanks for cooperating, I will agree that any sapient life found on planet will be immediately escorted back home if possible.
Okay. That's good. I was gonna just pretend we didn't leave anybody behind, but
Knowing that we're gonna actually not leave anybody behind is much better.
However, I will request that you and your crew maintain silence about Gamma World 7.
Great. We'll not tell anyone about it. It's your secret.
I never want to think about this place again. I'm quite alright with that.
If anyone learns that the remains of this vessel are on the surface, they may come in numbers, and we would prefer the local wildlife not be impacted in such a fashion.
it's true. Everybody and their mother would want to come here.
This is why everybody and their mother gets to not know it exists.
However,
Terms, I think, agreed with.
however, in exchange, you may keep the vessel that you are currently occupying. We understand it has some potential historical interest for your people.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Yes. Appreciated. Thank you.
Yep.
As,
You may look weird and talk weird, but you're not so bad.
You're getting
you.
promotions.
a sudden realization.
I told you, Alula, we're good at this.
The entirety of the ceiling and walls of the command room seem to fade away. You can see the outside of the ship as if you were standing there.
That's gonna be weird.
So this thing got any guns?
I assume it does. I also assume we don't actually want to use them if we can help it.
Hestia,
Please. Please don't assume that there are guns.
The
Wait,
stuff ship?
I am not finding any weapon systems, Hestia responds.
Huh.
yay. Wait, what's to stop us from just falling right back out of the sky?
Adam, you're still there.
The ship?
The gravity well will be removed until you and your crew are off-world and your ship has gone.
Does this include the ship that's currently hovering above us?
Yes,
Can we
that was the idea. Yeah.
Okay.
do anything about the Frigga? Wasn't it like falling in half?
So the idea was to take the ship back to the Frigga.
Collect all the peoples.
Well, more reunite with the people on the Frigga, because it's a large ship, but it's
We
nowhere.
prefer to be on the Frigga than this.
Yeah, the
Frigga
Frigga
is not destroyed beyond reason.
The Frigga is bigger than a city. This is the size of a city block.
Yeah.
So there will be multiple issues with trying to move the crew of the Frigga onto this.
That's
Space
true.
being the
Not
first
to
one.
mention ceding the Frigga to a band of pirates.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. All right, to the Frigga. Collect our ship. Leave.
I mean, it's more like our ship will collect us.
The shell
have
of
to-
the Seth ship is infused with the same pink-purple light that blocked off its rooms before.
Okay, so probably vacuum proof. I'd hope so.
Gonna find out. Sorry.
It will take some time to get this to ship to launch. It needs to dislodge itself from the soil. And there are a lot of plants growing on top of it. I would suggest everyone find a safe place to sit.
This thing have seatbelts.
No. There is no furniture at all that you found.
Do we have
I
rope?
think it probably used to have inertial compensators. I'm not sure those are.
Functioning?
It is difficult to say right now.
We'll find out.
The ship, however, is, from what I can tell, void-worthy.
Good. That's a good first step.
Like, we're getting off the planet.
We are. I have
We're getting off the
maglock.
planet.
We're getting off the planet.
I have maglock boots and gloves. Do they work on the whatever the ship is made of, like the floor?
Yep. Putting them on and giving it a try?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good. I will hopefully not move.
Yeah, it might be concerning if you did, after locking into place. Everyone else? Ren is taking the same page from Kari's playbook here and locking herself in. Are you sitting on the in the command room, or are you going elsewhere?
If I'm not ejected, I stay in the command room.
We'll go to the impromptu medical bay to start prepping.
Help them get prepped? It's a good idea. Give me a percentile.
I rolled
Okay.
that.
That's pretty good. I will also roll something. Okay. And one more. Okay. Good.
Stop fishing for bad rolls.
Those are good.
I mean, the 43 is probably okay. Below 50 is generally not terrible if it's something someone is supposed to be able to do.
As Alula has left the command room, she sees that the other rooms also have the transparent look, but only for the outermost walls of that room. So that anyone looking at the wall away from the entrance of that room will be able to see the general area around them.
That's going to be really weird once we get out to the void.
Yeah.
Yeah, not disconcerting at all.
With your help, everyone is getting strapped in. The patients are being secured in mag locking beddings.
Stretchers, bedding.
Yeah.
So There's no chance the ship explodes, like, while we're on our way out, right? We are getting off the planet.
I'm gonna say no, because if it does, that's no longer our problem.
I'm gonna be a room away, and I probably still heard this conversation because Bunny, and I'm going to ignore it.
It's already stressed enough.
We can get more stressed. Hestia shrugs.
Confidence-inducing, Estia. Thank you.
Well,
Cubic is shaking her head. A lot of the other crew has gathered in the command room. They want to sit here in the command room as it goes. Others are lined up. Others who have found it very disconcerting have lined themselves in the hallways where it is not showing outside of the ship.
Kari is strange. She does find it disconcerting, but she's determined to sit there anyways.
You get the feeling that's the case with a lot of the crew that have decided to stay in the command room.
Perul, like, probably was planning on staying in the command room at first, but, like, there's now way too many people in a small area.
No,
She's not used to that.
It's not super crowded.
It's crowded enough.
She moved to the hallway then?
Yeah.
Okay. So Perul's in the hallway. Ren and Kari are both in the command room. Hestia clearly also in the command room. Cubic remained in the command room. Alula
Good.
went to the medical room. Okay. All told, it took about a day to get the entire ship cleaned up and cleared out, which that's actually quite quick considering both the size of the ship and the number of quill wolves that had to be removed.
The SCS can be quite efficient when they want to be.
And they want to be.
It's true. Okay. All right. As the crew are getting ready, Alula, you are locked in at one of the walls, right?
Whenever I'm done with my helping everyone else, yeah.
Okay. You're beginning to settle in. You feel a tap on your shoulder. There's no one there. And you feel a tap on your other shoulder.
Disengage lock.
You disengage the lock, and then you suddenly feel a weight on your shoulders. A little scurrying pause.
We were right.
We were.
Oh God, Adam's gonna kill me.
There is, in fact, a lesser tree squeak. It seems to know you. At least seems to have met you with how familiarly it is acting.
No, that's just how they are.
Oh, you're so cute. You almost got me killed, you little shit. You're going to get me killed.
You have just enough time to get yourself locked back in. The tree squeak stays with you unless you try to get rid of it.
No, we don't have time for that.
You just have to risk murder by Adam.
Alula running towards the exit of the ship with the tree squeak above her head. But,
Fucking Batman clip with the ball.
To be fair, if Kari and Perul and Red and Hestia saw, they'd probably be like, yes, get rid of it.
There is an unsettling judder as the ship pulls up and shakes slightly. The ground is beginning to fall away. The plants dislodged. The ship slowly floats up further. And the pink skies of Gamma 7 begin to fall away. you're greeted by starlight and void. In the distance above you, you see the Frigga. You are coming closer, quite close, quite fast, in fact.
Someone hail him. So
You can see the crew of the Frigga out working actively in the hull of the ship. There is a lot of activity all over the Frigga. It looks in significantly better shape than when you last saw it. It is still slightly bowed around the center, but that is a city ship, and it is hard to take down to begin with.
All right.
And now they're looking up and going, "That's a set. Why is there a set ship here?"
someone hail them. Someone let them know that we are not set.
The circular platform flashes, and you see her, the captain of the Frigga, welcoming you home.
Oh,
Welcome back, man.
Heck yeah. We are off the planet. We got to leave.
Wait, we're off the planet.
Hey, you left the planet behind.
Yeah, there is a probably slightly disturbing laughter just echoing through the corridor.
Arya's just in the command room, nodding her head, yeah, that's the appropriate reaction for parole.
We're going to cut it there.
She can. Yep. Of the planet.
We lived! So far.
We lived, bitch.
I especially point there for Rule, who's been there for a while.
And you know what? Next, we get to kill.
Yes! Yeah! Okay.
good song to end on.
That was the idea. I had planned on the song from the start. So, the crew that was stranded on Gamma 7, the preserve world, is in space, speeding their way towards the Frigga. But they were not the only crew. They were not the only crew to deal with this, and they were not... Well, there were others who stayed on the Frigga. Next time we pick up, it will be a new crew of those who stayed behind on the Frigga and what happened to them.
Nice.
I will keep you all posted on when the next session of Furry Babes in High Orbit is. But when we come back, it will be a new crew. But before we do that, we will also be starting a one-shot called Jazz Junk. I will filter details about that over time. But until then, I want to thank everybody who has joined us tonight. I want to thank our players, Perul. I want to thank Alula.
Hey.
I want to thank Kari, the characters
I'm Bunny.
themselves.
We thank you for hosting and
Indeed.
sharing this wonderful world with us,
Alula
even if
also
it did try to kill us several times.
I didn't try very hard.
No, you did not. We
Look,
would've
Perul
died.
is also thanking any deity that happens to be listening for getting her off the planet, so Perul thanks you also.
I'm imagining an after scene. We're on the Frigga again, and we're drinks, and then a little squirrel pops up on Alula's head, and we're all, Perul and Kari and Ren and Hester just pointing.
Kill.
So, we may be in trouble.
We can fix this.
We have the technology.
That's
If you lay so much as lay a finger on this creature, I will end you.
Knife is put away.
Okay. All right. Once again, thank all of you. Everybody,
Yeah.
have a good night.
Have
Yourself as well?
Have a good. Bye bye.
When the light is running low and the shadows start to grow and the places that you know seem like fantasy, there's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold with the truth, the promise in our hearts. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.